Grandma Hershey, spelled with the U and not an E. We don't want to get in trouble by those other people. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I hope that your week is going fine because we've got Thanksgiving in 2 days. And we have a lot to be thankful for. A lot. We've been through a lot this year. We're still going through a lot this year, but 42. And we are making cornbread dressing, aka stuffing. So whichever one you call it, then I'm happy and you happy. It's potato, potatoes, tomato, tomatoes, pecan, pecans. Okay. So anywho, I am just so happy to share this recipe with you. It is a much lower sodium recipe. The sugar is not bad at all. Only thing I'm leery of is the cholesterol, but that's because of the eggs and the fact that it has a turkey meat in it. Now, if you don't like turkey and you can bake it, season it, bake it, and shred it up, okay? But I used the turkey leg, and I used half of a turkey leg, okay? What's my own cornbread? And it was on episode 8, and I call it cornbread number 5 because I have 9 variations. So anywho, this one is cornbread number 5. And next year, I am going to make a low cholesterol version of any recipe that I have that's high cholesterol, okay? Because what I consider is high cholesterol. Anyway, it may not really be that high, but for Grandma Hershey, to me, it's high, all right? So anywho, we are going to be doing our dressing stuffing. I'm just going to call it through the whole show, dressing stuffing today. And the healthy highlights. Now, this is a half a cup serving. So if you really want to watch your cholesterol or your sodium and eat something else, then you take 1/4 cup. That's still a lot to me. Or you can do 1/4 cup now and 1/4 cup later on the night when you sneak into the fridge. I know about that. It's 215. The saturated fat is 3 grams, which is not too bad, but I still want to get it. Well, the saturated fat is not my problem. The cholesterol is the one I'm not all that happy with because it is 77.1 milligram, and I like to have it even lower if possible. So, like I said, Grandma Hershey gonna get that lower cholesterol version next year. All right. And then the sodium is 303.9 milligrams, which I found out when I looked up other drinks. When I went online and did research, then I found out that this sodium was about 1/3 of the average. Okay, so that's cool. I'm happy with that. So, anywho, then the carbs are 22.7. And the fiber is 7.4 grams. So if you deduct that from the carbs, your net carbs is only about 15. Yes, about 15. So that's not too bad, really, when you're looking at, cornbread. There is 8.3 grams, so that's not bad. 3 grams, that's not too bad, okay? Because my kitchen angels told me they let 2 of my favorite people taste it, and they said it was good. So, and then Grandma Hershey gonna let you know later. How about that? So anywho, let's go. Now you see all this loveliness today. I was trying to figure out, should I poke it in? Anywho, let's start off with our cornbread. So Grandma Hershey made the cornbread, and that recipe for the cornbread is 1 long pan. So I took half for this dressing and half that the angels used last night. And so you can make either out of 1 pan of cornbread, you can make a big pan of dressing stuffing, or you can make 2 small pans, whichever one you need, boo. Because see, what I usually do is I make a small pan of regular and then a small pan with the shrimp in it. Although they do have a little more cholesterol, but that's on my special days. So anywho, let's put in this cornbread into our bowl. That's the first thing we're going to do. And you crumble that cornbread up now, all right, so we put all that, see, that's a lot of cornbread. Then we are going to, take what I have. I had a small onion, sweet onion, or Vidalia Peruvian, it's all the same. And you're going to chop it up. You're going to take 2 of those sections on the bell pepper, chop it up. Then you're going to, the little mini sweet peppers, the red, yellow, and orange one. You're going to get 1 of each color, small, and you're going to chop those up. Then you're going to spray a pan and saute all these vegetables in that one pan. And it's going to give you a nice flavor to your dressing stuffing. Okay, so we're going to add that in here because I already sauteed it for you. Grandma Hershey don't be playing about her stuff. I'm looking at this because it's so far away. Grandma Hershey got her glasses. I don't know what the deal is. Then you're going to take your 2 eggs and put in there. I got them in order. Take your 2 large eggs. And I'm trying to break it up a little bit. I should have beat it when I stuck it in this container. But I didn't. All right. With the 2 eggs in there. Oh, Lord. Then you're going to we're going to go ahead and put our turkey meat. So I shredded them, see? And then we're going to kind of stir that together a little bit. I kind of like to do my things in steps because I want all the flavor to get tangled up together. I don't know why I used that word tangled. We're not going to go with no Jada Pinkett over here. So let's say mix it. We're going to stir it in together. I like everything to get combined. All right. Then we're going to one of our kosher salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of sage, a 1/2 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Now you have to have poultry seasoning and sage in your dressing stuffing. And the other thing is the bell pepper. So if you feel like the little sweet peppers are too expensive, then just use 1/2 of it. Then, like I say, use the bell peppers, boo. That's your dressing. I want you to enjoy it. All right. So then we're going to take, what is it? I leave anything out? That's all the seasoning. I got it. All right. We're going to sprinkle that in on top. And then we're going to stir that in. You got to get everything incorporated. Everything going to have some seasoning. Every bite you taste, you're going to taste everything. Okay. We don't want lopsided food. One part got too much of this, and the other part got too much of that. We want every morsel, bring it up to the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. It looks so delicious already. Look at that. Now, we're going to take a 1/2 cup of cream of chicken soup. Now, I get the unsalted by Campbell, all right? Because it don't have all that salt for one. There's very little salt in it. And then I get a 1/4 cup of the cream of mushroom soup, which is also unsalted because we have some salt in the seasoning. It's some salt in the cornbread. There's some natural salt in the turkey, and there's also some salt in a little salt in our broth. So you don't need a whole lot of salt, all right? So we're going to put this, it's going to really be tasty, I'm telling you. Grandma Hershey don't be playing. You know she's not going to steer you wrong on purpose. Nope, that's not how she works. All right, let's stir that cream soups in. These cream soups. Stir it in here. I sure hope y'all having a great week. Okay. Don't overwork yourself. Because cooking for a big dinner is not easy. All right. Got that mixed up. Now, the last step is we are going to take 1.5 cups of chicken broth. Now, if you have baked like some turkey legs or something earlier and you drained that juice, you can use some of that. But whatever you do at the end, then you need 1.5 cup of liquid all together because you don't want it too soupy and you don't want it too dry. All right. So 1.5 cups came out just perfect for this recipe. And then you're going to gently stir that in so the broth don't be flying everywhere. And then you'll be wearing it. We don't want you to wear it, okay? We want to go into that dressing so it can, dressing stuffing, so that it can taste real good. And then it can be nice and moist. Nothing worse than some dried up dressing. All right. Woo-hoo. Let's see if I can show you the consistency that you need so that you can tell if it's too wet or too dry. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to show you this without me going in and out. Can you see the consistency? See, it's moist, and it's not too dry, and it's not too soupy. All right, so then you're gonna take your square pan and you're gonna spray it with some oil spray. That way it's gonna come out of the dish real nice, all right? It won't be sticking to everything. Then we're gonna pour that into our pan, pour this into our pan. Without wasting it. This bowl is big as I am. Grandma Hershey don't want to drop it. Oh, geez. Let's see. See how easy that comes out? Every bit of it. When it cooks up, that's all I can tell you is All right. Then you just spread it in your pan. So if you make the big pan, of course, you're going to have a longer pan. You're going to have twice as much. You're going to use double the recipe. Each recipe is 9 servings, 9.5 cup servings. So if you make the bigger pan, just double up the recipe and use that one, except for that cornbread, you only need 1 recipe of the cornbread. But if you're doing your own, then you make whatever enough for a square pan. And if you're doing old Jiffy, who I used to use until I had to watch my sugar, then I start making, until I start making this, I was using Jiffy and I added to it. So anywho, oh, what did I do with my pot holders? Lord, we're going to have to use these. I left them in the prop room. So it's a live show here. You get your bloopers. So anywho, let's see what the angels done did. My bowl. And then we're going to move some more things, man. Okay. One day I'm going to do, okay? Now, we're going to take out what the angels. Then we're going to put this one in the oven so it can get ready. And your oven should be set for 375. I should have told you to do that first. 375 is what you're going to put your oven on. Oh, shoots. Also, I need some foil on top. All right, y'all pray for Grandma Hurshey. Anywho, what you would normally do is you would put some foil on top of that pan and bake it at 375 for 1 hour, 60 minutes. Then remove the foil, or maybe an hour and a half, because you don't want the top browning too fast. You want that inside to really get done. So an hour and a half with the foil on and 30 minutes with the foil off. Yes, dressing, stuffing does not cook real fast. So that stovetop stuff y'all doing, that is just a quick fix or whatever. All right. Anywho, we got real dressing here, dressing stuffing. All right. So while that's in there, I'll put the foil on later. But right now, we're going to taste this. We have to make sure it's not poison. Now, the Kitchen Angels had my two favorite people taste it, and they said it was good. Grandma Hurshey going to see for herself. All right. I guess I should have showed it to you. I don't know what's going on with Grandma Hurshey today. She's just excited. So anyway, this is what it looked like. It'll look whole when you take it out. That's what it looked like, nice and pretty and golden. See how pretty that is? Trying to get it around so you can see the inside. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Now, Grandma Hurshey. Okay. Oh, very nice. And I think if you make it the day before, that the seasonings really sit in there. I mean, there's nothing better than the dressing, stuffing on the next day. So you see how nice this look, the inside of it, and this how this look. So here we go. Grandma Hurshey want to make sure it's not pausing, okay? So just like regular old dressing, you wouldn't be able to tell that you're missing all that other salt. Now you know I gotta take one for the team. Let's get another piece. All I need is my cranberry sauce. I'm telling you, Grandma Hurshey ain't playing with you. Oh, that's so good. Grandma Hurshey gonna finish that later. Gonna tear it up. Okay, so next week. First, before we talk about that, I need you, if you have not subscribed already, I need you to go to subscribe, click that, then click the black bell. And that way, every time Grandma Hurshey come on, they will let you know, okay? Straighten this necklace up a little bit. Now, at the end of this show, I need you to share it with everybody you know. Share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your relatives, and share it with your enemies, because everybody got to eat. We got to feed the world, all right? So I want to say next week, all right, Grandma Hurshey is going to be making this low sodium. The goal is for this macaroni and cheese to taste like a regular macaroni and cheese, because what's going to be a little different. You know, the vegans, they use nutritional yeast to make cheese sauce, okay? So Grandma Hurshey is going to take some nutritional yeast and make a cheese sauce. Then she's going to add in some other cheeses. So that way it will be much lower in sodium and much lower in fat and much lower in cholesterol, but it's going to still taste good. You watch and see. Mark my word. Grandma Hurshey ain't going to steal you wrong on purpose now. All right? So next week, 3 people from my narcolepsy group that was on watching the show last week. There was. So I want to shout out to, and then I want to shout out to Reggie. He's watched every show. To John, my score mentor. To Kay, and to my beautiful sister, to my beautiful niece, and also to Fefe, Alex, and I have a new subscriber. I did not look to see how to look yet to see who all's on there, but somebody did send me the information. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm gonna get to it. All right. So I want to shout out to the new subscriber and anyone else who's on her who I didn't go. Now, we did have some birthdays. We had 4 birthdays in the last 7 days. So I want to shout out to my friend Donna, to my nephew Maverick with his cute self, to my beautiful niece, the one that was on the show, and to my grandson Paul. They all day. Oh, anywho, I just want to thank you guys for supporting me with the show. I mean, not no money, but you know, just you being there support for me, that support my love and motivation keeps me going. Okay, so that you share, like, subscribe, and get more people on board, because these recipes are to help those who want to enjoy food and without being sick. Okay, because they're under doctor's orders, and Grandma Hurshey want to help, just like Grandma Hurshey being helped herself. All right. So that's it for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday, 5:30 Central Time, with our macaroni and cheese, please. I love you. Mwah! Have a great Thanksgiving and a wonderful week. All righty.